Welcome back to the Heart of the Swarm launch here in South Korea. The global invasion.
Yeah.
Heart of the Swarm.
I love the cardboard videos, but I have to say, I would really like the Corruptor to actually do this to a Phoenix. As a Zerg player, it's so frustrating when you have so many Phoenixes against you. I would really love my Corruptors to just crush those Phoenixes and eat them alive. But, well, that's the satisfaction that I probably won't get.
Not
maybe
yet, anyways.
In Legacy of the Void.
I was actually going to say the same thing. Maybe we see a new air unit that has melee attacks. Who knows?
But for now, we are focusing on Heart of the Swarm, the global invasion. It has begun. The rush begins. They can see it on stream. We are now going into our third game. This time, we have a 2 versus 2 again. There are, of course, some players that are still missing that we haven't seen in the booth today.
Yep, and this is going to be with fans playing.
Isu and MVP. They will play together with a fan.
And I think that we might already have the fans on stage.
Yeah, we do.
This is going to be pretty cool because MVP's fan partner is actually so much of a fan of LGIM. He has an LGIM shirt.
Might have actually gotten it from the team.
It's quite possible, actually.
He doesn't only get to play with his favorite player, he also gets like a new shirt. Wouldn't that be awesome?
That would be. Well, Bisu going to speak, of course, going into this match. Bisu is such a well-known player, of course, not only in Korea, but internationally.
Yeah, he definitely is. He certainly has a good time today, doesn't he? So he's basically saying that in terms of race and skill overall, he feels like he is, or his ally is on the same level as he is.
Well,
for the Swarm.
Yeah, we'll see if that works out. Interview with the fan.
I like his shirt.
Yeah, I like it as well.
It's a perfect shirt for this occasion.
This is how you get selected, man. You wear a good shirt.
김태형 선수 팬이신데 신재훈 씨세요. 네, 인사 한번 좀 부탁드릴게요.
네, 안녕하세요. 24살 신재훈이라고 합니다.
네, 감사합니다. 자, 이 자리 어떻게 나오게 됐습니까?
Introduces himself.
그 전부터 스타 1부터 김태경 선수 팬이었고요. 스타
He's been
2에서도
Bisu's fan
아쉬운
since
역장
StarCraft 1.
보여주셨지만 그래도
Oh, a dream come true
여전히
for this guy.
팬으로서 활동하고 있어가지고 이번에 이벤트에 참여하게
He said he showed some embarrassing force field in StarCraft 2, but he's still his fan.
Oh my god.
Bisu's look at Bisu's face and reaction to that. He's like,
디아블로 워크래프트까지 불리자는
What?
팬인데요.
You're my fan.
이런 좋은 스타 2 군단의 팀장 만들어주셔서 고맙다고 한마디 하고 싶습니다.
He's basically a fan of all Blizzard's games, StarCraft, Diablo, Warcraft. And he's, of course, thanking Blizzard. And yeah, this is a dream come true. Fan on stage here.
Could not agree with him more. I mean, I've been playing every single Blizzard game that I could get my hands on. Starting things, I think, back in Warcraft 2. Actually, Warcraft 1 already. Oh my god.
동료랑 게임하는 것 같아요.
Huh?
The fan actually did bring his own uniform, MVP says. He says he's really excited to play with such an enthusiastic fan.
That's actually pretty cool. I mean, the guy really showed up with an LGIM shirt here, so he was probably a very easy pick for Team LGIM. So MVP right now is playing with someone who is apparently a fan of the team for a long time now.
Yeah. His name is Ji-Min-Soo.
지민수라고 합니다.
He reminds me of someone. I can't quite put it. Like, he looks like he could actually be a pro gamer. Maybe it's the shirt.
With that shirt, he could. He's standing right next to so much skill.
Yeah, he really is. It's like emanating.
제 친구들 중에는 없는데요.
So he's a Protoss player and apparently he has a lot of experience in 2 versus 2. So maybe he's going to be the one who gives the command in the booth.
Exactly. You know, MVP probably does not play 2v2 very often as a professional 1 versus 1 player. This is going to be really interesting. He may have some strategies planned already.
저는 일단 정말 LGIM과 정종현 선수의 진짜 열렬한 팬으로서 지금 이 자리에 있는 것도 영광이고요. 그리고 이런 군단의 심장을 출시하는 이런
really glad to be here.
추억을 만들 수 있는 자리에 초대해 주신 관계자분들께 정말 감사드리고 정말 진짜 군단의 심장 재밌는 만큼 잘 될 것 같습니다. 군단의 심장 화이팅!
opportunities to play this game. Part of the Swarm specifically is what he means.
I'm jealous. Yeah, I would love to sit in the booth now. If you could pick who you want to play with, Bisu or MVP.
MVP, man.
Yeah, me too. After what I just heard about his force fields, I don't really want to play with
Hey,
Beast.
I've seen him play in some of these qualifiers. He's got a new start, a fresh start, though, in Heart of the Swarm.
I don't want to play with MVP. The guy has 4 pins on his jersey. I definitely want to be in the booth with him.
Yep, this is a legendary cross player from StarCraft 1 transitioning, and he's playing against the king of Terrans, the king of the wings, as people have been calling him.
And already doing really, really well in Heart of the Swarm. When he was in Germany, when he was playing at IEM, he did a really good job. Now he's playing in a 2-on-2 though, not in a 1-on-1 environment. And his ally, apparently a Protoss player with a lot of team experience.
Yeah, a lot of 2v2 experience. This is something that's going to help him going into this 2v2. And the map is Hunters, so this is a map that a lot of Korean fans have spent playing in PC Bongs all the time. This is not a money map. This is not big game Hunters. This is just regular Hunters. So it's an 8-player map. So even though it's a 2v2, it depends on how this map was made by Blizzard, because you might have 2 players not spawning next to each other, which could be really weird. You could have opponents spawning next to each other, and then the other 2 players being somewhere randomly on the map. I don't know this specific version of the map, but it could be anything.
Yeah, it's going to be a very exciting game, and of course teamwork here is everything. So in this particular scenario, we have big booth for all the players. So you have a 2-player booth where the pro sits with his ally then, and you can just talk to each other the entire time, try to come up with a strategy, help each other out just a little bit, and going into this team play, just showing off a few of the new units now in a 2-on-2 environment. Really excited for that.
Yeah, I'm excited as well, just to see how a fan can work together with someone that he's looked up to for quite some time. Talk to him in the booth, talk a strategy. I think we should take a 3rd base now. I think that you need to build more Colossi, or I think that you need to make Vikings. I scouted that he's going for Colossi and not going for the High Templar tech, for example.
Yeah, and you have all these things that you just can try to adjust a little bit to perform as much as possible. And of course now for the fans, it's actually awesome. I mean, this is one of the great things of such an event. Blizzard always watching out for the fans out there too. Now helping 2 of them to play with their idols. We've been hearing that the player who plays with Bisu actually has been a fan for a long time, since StarCraft Root War days. And on the other hand, you have an LGIM fan who brings his own jersey to the venue. This is actually amazing.
This is really cool. It's a dream come true for these players, and I'm excited to see what they're going to show us. Whether they are top-level players or not, they have the support of pro gamers in the booth. And I think that we may, because of the map, see a longer game. It's a pretty big map, and there's always some new synergy that has to develop in that booth.
It's also with the new units, you have such a synergy that you can just go for. It's not only, if you look at the 1-on-1 game, you've seen really the usage for a Zerg player with Fungals and with a Blinding Cloud. If we now think about a 2-on-2, you can use so many different strategies, especially when you have a big map where you can go into a very long game.
Yeah, it's certainly the case. A lot of expansions on this map as well, so the longer the game goes, it's going to be all about map control.
Yeah, did you see that a few of the fans already with their copy of Heart of the Swarm?
Yeah.
I'm jealous.
I got to get mine.
Yeah, exactly. Same true for me here. And guys, while we're waiting for the players to just set up their gear, make sure that you jump on Twitter and hashtag Swarm Launch. There are events all over the world that are happening. Check out starcraft.com/Swarm Launch. You will be redirected to the streams. We'll get to experience all the different setups that we have. We are now here in Seoul, Korea. There are other events that are happening later on in Europe. We have, of course, events in Australia too, in the US, all over the world. Show matches are being played with your favorite players, the best pro gamers in the entire world.
Best programmers in the entire world, all over the world. A lot of casting personalities all over the world spread out. And I'm really excited to be here myself. I mean, I live in Korea, now I'm representing kind of the Korean launch here as we go across the globe for this expansion.
It's one big party. It's a global invasion. This is not only just a local thing. This is happening all over the world right now. People are getting excited for Heart of the Swarm, and it's going to be amazing. The fans already here at the venue, they have their copy. Can get a few autographs. Look at that. I am jealous.
I'm about to get one.
I want to have that.
I'm really excited for this.
That is looking good.
Yeah, that's what it looks like on the inside. For those of you who haven't picked up your copy yet, you'll have to wait a little bit longer. Calder's Calder wants to see it again. It's a little bit far away down there, but
yeah, I can't jump down there and just grab it and run away with it. Probably someone would catch me. I don't know.
On your way down, I just grab you with an abduct and pull you back up here and put you back in your casting chair.
We can share. I mean, you can play and I'll watch you play, and then we just switch. You get like 10 minutes, I get 10 minutes. Is that okay? Is that a good deal?
Sounds good, man.
Okay.
I like it, man.
All right, on the way back, we have to get one.
Exactly. I'm down. The game seems pretty good. I'm convinced.
I want to start the single player. I want to see what's going on in the campaign. And the cool thing is now you have so many people also streaming their experience, not only just streaming the campaign. I personally want to experience it without having read or watched anything of the campaign before. I want to see the entire storyline in front of me without knowing already about all of the spoilers. So
exactly the same.
That's going to be really interesting. But at the same time, I want to watch what the pros are going to do in the multiplayer mode. Exactly. What they're doing on ladder, what the new strategies are, the new adjustments that they make to the game.
I have a confession to make. I think I've said this before, but I'll say it again. In the first game, I think it was on my 3rd try on Brutal of the last mission, and I was just so frustrated because I didn't want the story to be spoiled. I didn't want the ending to be spoiled, that I actually used the terrible, terrible damage cheat, beat it, and I was like, all right, I'll beat it for real later. And I saw the ending because I was so scared of spoilers. I had to use the terrible, terrible damage cheat.
When I played the Brutal campaign, I had a few tries. I actually did not know that you could repair the artifact. I had no idea.
Oh.
So the entire time was just fighting. And in my last try, the countdown ran out when my artifact was on 20 hit points. And I'm not joking, 20 hit points. I already thought I had lost it, but no, I finally finished Brutal. And it was such a great feeling. I fought so hard for it. And this is going to be what I'm going to do in Heart of the Swarm again. But first of all, we're jumping now into our tier 2.
Yep, this is Team Bisu over here on the left boots on stage. See Bisu's achievements so far. And he was actually the champion of 2011's IEF. It's all he's been able to really accomplish. This guy, on the other hand,
Team MVP, here it is, the Terran player.
So many achievements. That's a few of them listed there. The rest of them, you know, you need a drop-down menu. You need like the scroll that goes all the way across the screen.
They had to select like 3 of them. It's just too much. The pins on his jersey, all that you need to know.
I want to give you guys the IDs of the 2 players. The player that's playing with Bisu's ID is Nightmare. He's playing Zerg, of course, and the player playing for MVP is Minsu. I am Minsu, as he's listed himself. We'll be getting into the game very shortly.
It is time. It is time for a 2-on-2. Bisu and MVP, the 2 pro players here in the team matches. Oh wow, Nightmare is ready.
Yep,
he wants to get going.
He is certainly ready. The map is loading. The Hunters 8-player map here. Big fan favorite map in Korea.
Ladies and gentlemen, get ready for the game. The 2-on-2 here at Heart of the Swarm, the global invasion. And we are on Hunters. You can see already on the minimap the starting position for the players. To the right side of the map in blue, we have MVP.
Yep, he's lucky, unlucky enough to face Bisu. This is one of the features of Hunters. Random spawning locations. So Bisu and MVP are very close to each other, whereas the other 2 players are entirely spread apart. In fact, the Zerg to the top left, Nightmare, is so far away from his ally, he couldn't even really be further away.
Nightmare at the top right, and to the bottom left, we have Minsu. So we have actually like cross positions for the 2 fans here, whereas the pro gamers start right next to each other. We could see like an elimination race happening with Bisu and MVP just canceling each other out, and suddenly it's up to the 2 fans.
Yeah, exactly. Now, something else to consider is, for example, Bisu is really close to MVP, but he doesn't know that yet. He has to scout first, so this is what Hunters is all about.
Yeah, this is going to be really interesting. We have 2 Protoss players on the map, 1 Terran, and also a Zerg player. This is going to be so cool, Wolf, especially with the starting positions at the bottom right. This is going to be one epic fight very soon. When they realize what's happening, they will be like, uh-oh.
Yeah, there's going to require a lot of team synergy on this map. The center is always the most pivotal point on Hunters. If you can control that, you can basically control all the pathways because they all end up in the center. There's no way to avoid walking through the middle of the map with your ground army.
If you think about it, there are so many things that they could do once they realize what's happening there. One of the options, especially now with Minsu starting at the bottom left, the ally of MVP, they could just try to go for a trade of resources once that the countdown time has passed.
Yeah, they could also try to trap Bisu to the bottom right because he's a little bit, you know, he's kind of isolated down there.
Yeah. No, it's completely true. He's definitely very, very isolated. If you look at the spawning positions alone, then this is a very good position for Team MVP.
Yeah, and we'll see what Nightmare can pull off, though, at the top right, because he's so far away. Yeah, it makes it harder for him to help his allies, but at the same time, it makes it so that he's a little bit safer.
What we have now for MVP is starting with the Reaper, and the Reaper was completely completely changed in Heart of the Swarm. It's now very fast, it regenerates hit points, it's such a cool scouting unit, but at the same time you can also harass your opponent. You can do really well with Reapers, but of course it's a very versatile unit, and in this position what they want to do is like scout, get information.
Bisu knows now what's going on, and he takes his second gas. Minsu finds a spawning location of Nightmare. He knows that it's a bit far away. And here comes the Reaper. It's going to provide an ample amount of defense here against the Zergling attack.
Uh-oh, yeah, but he has to be very careful. There's a little bit of a gap. But MVP uses as well, takes down the first few Zerglings, and all those Zerglings, they are going to die. Without speed, there's no chance for a Zergling to survive against the Reaper anymore.
Yeah. The Reaper also will regenerate its hit points. It's already done. Mothership Core being made for Bisu. He knows how vulnerable he is at the bottom right now. He could be surrounded and killed at any moment, so he has to get this unit out defensively.
Yeah. You could also see earlier on a screen that MVP is one of those players who just breathes in skill. He takes the skill of his environment and just uses it Dragon Ball style.
Exactly. And he's, you know, so far just continuing to add barracks here. He's going to scout with the Reaper. There's a little bit of harassment though because Bisu's close in proximity by air, and there's no anti-air here because he went for Reapers, but here come the probe kills.
Look at that smirk for Bisu. He knows exactly that MVP is in trouble.
Yep.
MVP trying to defend you, but as Wolf already said, there's not a lot of anti-air going on.
He has to deal with not only the attack by air, but also the Lings. The Lings are going to get into his base here. This could be a very quick finish. He slows the SCVs, making it difficult for them to repair each other or leave.
And the Zerglings, they're running into the mineral line. MVP is in so much trouble.
He's got nothing. He has absolutely nothing to defend. Here come the Reapers back home.
But they are already surrounded. Nightmare is going for a very aggressive strategy. MVP, he's now the one being cornered. It looked at the beginning as if Bisu was the one isolated, but it's actually MVP.
Yeah, speed is done, and oh, this is so tense. MVP taking so many losses here. The Mothership Core with 6 kills.
At the same time, Minsu at the bottom left, he's trying to go for a Stargate, which is the worst situation for MVP in this position.
Oh, just MVP begging for mercy here. The Lings come in, they kill every unit as it spawns. The Stalker tries to get in a good defensive position. He's not able to do so, though he will be surrounded. The Zealot is off by himself.
Nightmare's just going for it. He's taking down the Zealot, he's taking down the Stalker. He's still in a position where he can pressure MVP, taking down those Marines as they spawn. He is merciless. And Bisu, he's just smiling at the screen. He knows that this is going very well for him.
This is going extremely well. MVP is in trouble. He has to lift his barracks. Oracles are on the way. But is that really going to save Team MVP here? Nightmare just with an insane amount of Ling production. And now Bisu going into the Stargate himself. What is he going to show us?
Double sentry now for Bisu. We've heard earlier from his fan that his force field usage is not the best, but with double sentry, he should be able to save himself here.
He's basically saying, get out, Bisu. Bisu's like, yeah, okay. Nice wall here by Minsu with the Oracle. He will be able to prevent any further attacks from Nightmare, who's now going into a one-base lair. So his economy is really going to be suffering, and if MVP can recover, maybe they can have a chance coming back into this.
Yeah, what he's going to do with a one-base lair, he might even see a Nidus network here on one base. That's something that he could try to pull off. You know, he has the hatch in his own May base. He did not try to expand here. Finds another Stalker, though.
Yeah, Minsu losing another Stalker here. That's extremely painful. But here comes the Oracle. There's only one Queen available for defense, so the Oracle can do quite a bit here.
Yeah, he knows that it's there, though. He's trying to get in a position with the Queen. He's in a really good position.
Second Queen.
Oracle is moving in, trying to do the damage.
He wants that second Queen. Now it's out, but the damage has been done. The Oracle needs to escape, though. It's a big investment to use an Oracle like this.
Exactly, and he kills a few Harvesters, but only 4 in total. The second, well, he really tries to do as much as possible, but at this point, Team MVP is far behind, and look at BC here, going into his opponent's base with an Oracle on his own, and this is a lot for Minsu to handle here.
Yeah, he warps in Zealots. They're not going to be very useful in this situation. Bisu, he knows his opponent is low on attacking units out here.
Yeah, the Zealot's not really helpful against the Oracle, and with 10 kills already, this looks very stressful for Minsu, and he knows that Bisu is doing everything that he can to shake the confidence of Team MVP.
And we finally have the very first expansion being taken in this game. It's being taken by Bisu. He's also continuing to produce Oracles, gets a Stargate, and Nightmare is trying to hide some Zerglings here. This could be, pun intended, a very big problem that might give MVP some nightmares, might have some bad dreams over this. Stalkers will chase the Oracles away, can't lose them. That was close.
He doesn't. He's able to get away with them. But that was really well done. He goes into the main base of his Protoss opponent this time, is not focusing on the Zerg anymore.
Oracle goes down. Those Phoenixes are going to be a problem for Oracles, of course. Oracles cannot attack other air units. They can only attack ground units.
Yeah, and once again, the Zergling's just trying to do some damage here at the fort. He has to be very careful. He needs a few range units to just repel them. If actually Nightmare is able to break through, it's going to be trouble.
Nightmare just, oh wow, he breaks through. The worst thing that could have happened here.
And suddenly we have everything in danger. The Zerglings are running in. They are doing damage. They're taking down the Harvesters here. The probes, they are going down. We have a bit of a drop here by MVP. He's trying to pressure onto Bisu.
But the Photon Overcharge will defend it. Oh, the Widowmine still remains with 12 kills. This is something that may be able to bring Team MVP back into this.
Yeah, maybe with the Widowmine. But the Photon Overcharge ability that you just pointed out of the Mothership Core is of course so strong when it comes to base defense. He used it very well, shutting down this drop.
No, Nightmare is doing something very intelligent. Two things, in fact. One is to take the expansion at the top left, which is unlikely to be scouted. The second thing is to go Swarm Host. And if you have an advantage and you get enough Swarm Hosts out, you can really control the game, especially in a team situation like this.
Yeah, Swarm Hosts are awesome, especially if you have the upgrade for your Locusts. Then the range gets just so much bigger. They survive for an additional 10 seconds, which is a lot. You can use them over the entire screen, 2 screens even. So you can do a lot of damage with Swarm Hosts. It's a very positional unit.
MVP wants to go for an attack here. He will kill several drones as shown here, and he knows that Nightmare is a bit vulnerable. The Swarm Hosts are going down. These Queens are out of position. And Min-Su and MVP may turn this around. He's going to catch so many Swarm Hosts. That's a huge investment.
And he lifts them. He's using the Graviton Beam just in time. The Swarm Host is exposed, and now another drop play to the top right.
Yeah.
Nightmare is in trouble.
Bisu, though, is going for a counterattack with these Oracles. They will be cleaned up, but he does a decent amount of damage, and both sides taking heavy losses here. Nightmare is not going to be able to defend with just one Swarm Host, and he still has not dealt yet with that Widowmine. He needs a detector here.
Exactly, the Widowmines. This is going to be his biggest problem. He doesn't have the detection just yet. There's one Overseer, but is it in position? Another unit is walking to the top right. It's actually like 2. We have the Stalker and we have the Zealot now trying to work together with the Widowmine. And Nightmare is in so much trouble. He's losing everything here.
Yeah, Nightmare with a great early start in this game, but his economy was never able to take off. And MVP was able to turtle here and hold. Will he be able to hold against Bisu's pressure now? He's got the bunker. He has a few Widowmines out. This is going to be the key.
And let's not forget that we have a base to the top left for Nightmare. He has an expansion set up there, but he will require a lot of time to get back into this game.
Good force field by Bisu. This one is not the one they were talking about before. The Siege Tank, though, will repel this attack.
The Siege Tank is the best position, and it can immediately be repaired by all these SMEs surrounding it. Keep in mind, guys, you don't need to upgrade Siege Mode anymore. This is a change that has been made in Heart of the Swarm. You don't need the upgrade. You can Siege up right away.
Look at the production tab. Nightmare is in trouble with 4 drones, and Bisu starting to look with concern. Well.
There we go, Bisu at least taking out MVP is happy.
This is looking worse and worse here.
Yeah, it's looking really bad for Team Bisu at this point.
You know, they had such a great start going into here, but MVP really just able to put the pressure on, keep up their economy harass. He goes in here, takes out the Mothership Core, the tank siege up.
Oh god, the tank siege up, the Mothership Core is gone. The probes, they are all dying. This is just too much pressure to handle. Bisu is losing his economy after Nightmare already lost his.
Well, that looks like this may be game. MVP will be able to escape with his medevacs, and Nightmare putting the little sad face in chat.
Yeah, he certainly does. Nightmare's trying to do something here, but the big problem for him really is this Widowmine to the top right. It's still there.
MVP says he's sorry. That's going to be a very sorry Swarm Host. He does actually take out one of the Marines.
Yeah, he needs another scan here. Doesn't have enough energy. He needs to wait for this command center to finish.
Min-Su will take out some of Bisu's Stalkers here. He's trying to do his best. He can.
Bisu's actually trying to fight back as much as he can, but the big problem for him really is that this is a numbers game, and currently he doesn't have them.
Yeah,
the expansion is providing a lot of minerals, but you can really see that production is missing for him.
Bisu GG's, Nightmare leaves, and that's it. Min-Su and Team MVP take the win.
They are victorious. The LGIM team, they take it. Team MVP wins it. What a funny game.
That was actually really fun to watch. You could see the comeback come out because of that hatchery. the hatchery was just, I mean, you didn't have an expansion. It was only on one base. You stay on one base long enough, and a player like MVP turtles up with his mules, he's going to beat you.
This was really a team effort. There was so much aggression going on, especially in the early game. We had a lot of units streaming to the bottom left once MVP suffered a lot of losses, putting pressure onto Minsu, but then MVP is the one who has his Medivacs, and with the Medivac speed, and of course his macro gaming, he's going in again, taking out the economy of both its opponents. This was really a cool game.
This just goes to show what you can do with custom games in StarCraft 2. You want to play a 2v2 with your friends on a map that's not a 2v2 map pool hunters, you want to play a casual game with random spawning locations, you can come in and do it. So all the players are coming up on stage now.
Yeah, as you can see, they're lining up once again. We have also the developers for Blizzard here. Everyone that was participating in today's games.
Yeah, basically everybody except us. But we can look behind us and watch them and talk about them.
Yeah.
So just an interview with Blizzard Korea.
오늘 너무 재밌는 경기 해주신 우리 프로게이머 분들께 감사드리고요. 이제 앞으로 정말로 더 멋진 경기를 보게 되길 바랍니다.
He likes to thank all the pro gamers for showing really entertaining matches today. We've seen great games. Not only the 2-2s, but also Flash against Lion. That was such a treat to watch.
I could not have been more excited. I mean, it exceeded my expectations.
This was awesome, so really enjoyed it. Great games.
너무 멋있었다고 하셨습니다.
Short and to the point.
Yeah, I mean, he certainly said everything he said was true.
여러분, 앞서서 저희 함께 한 거 있죠? 보더 수업, 이제는 군단의 심장이다. 오늘 행사의 마지막이다. 함께 크게 외쳐봤으면 좋겠습니다. 네, 부탁드릴게요. 네. For the swarm!
이제는
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, for the swarm indeed.
The global invasion has begun, ladies and gentlemen. Heart of the Swarm, the add-on. It is finally out. A new era has begun in StarCraft 2.
Yes, it has. And just representing Korea here, all these pro gamers putting on a great show. Thanks especially to Blizzard, Partisan on GameNet, Golem TV as well. And thanks to the fans for tuning in and watching.
An amazing game. I'm so excited to play the single player, play the multiplayer. Definitely make sure to watch the other launch events as well. The URL, you have to go to starcraft.com/swarm launch. Check it out, watch players compete from all over the world, show you the new features, show you amazing show matches.
Now, I will be watching quite a few of those as well, because I have to wait until 2 a.m. before I can play the game. It's a few more hours left for me.
Exactly. We only have to wait a few more hours, though.
Yeah, we're the lucky
we are
ones.
Finally live with Heart of the Swarm. It's going to be so epic.
It really will. And I cannot contain my excitement. I wish I could use a time machine or speed up time, but like I said before, I'm a little bit lucky because we only have a few hours left here.
Yeah.
We're in the best region.
Exactly, we definitely are. We're going to get our Heart of the Swarm copy, and then as soon as the game's live, I'll be playing. I'm going to watch people play. I'm so excited for our next seasons in StarCraft, for the next big events, for everything that's going to happen right now. Wings of Liberty was already awesome, but well, this is a new era that has begun now.
Yep. Thank you guys so much for watching. We'll see you again at Golem TV at the GSTL. See you next time.
With the conclusion of the South Korean regional event, many of you still do not have a copy of Heart of the Swarm, but don't worry, because we have another 19 or so hours of content coming up right now.